ॐ सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। श्रुति स्मृति पुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणम् सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयम् नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। Hari Om. We are studying the Shankara Bhashya on Brahma Sutra. And we are into Adhikarana called Ikshatyadhikarana. Ikshatyadhikarana is a part of Brahma Sutra which tries to reconcile the irreconcilable. What is this irreconcilable? If I am told that there is a person who is responsible for an action, but he has never done the action and he is not interested in the action. How do I reconcile these statements? Suppose a thief is caught on the charge of stealing something, but the thief is saying that I have not left my place. I have no interest in that diamond that you feel that I have stolen. But yes, that diamond cannot exist and cannot move without me. I am involved in an action, but I don't act. I have no interest in acting. Yet no action takes place without me. These are plainly termed as illogical statements, because it makes no sense. I am not interested in action, yet no action is there possible without me. So the actions are happening. I don't do the action. No action is possible without me. And the one which is like this, thou art that, Tattvamasi. Almost diametrically opposite things are being reconciled together. I am an individual, Jiva. I am aware of certain things because of my indriyas. I know my wife, I know my children, I know air, I know mountain, I know river. This is my jnanam. So for me, it is not difficult to understand that my jnana means awareness of things around me. And what helps me in those awareness? My indriyas. Suppose if I'm blind, I won't be able to see. So if I have 5 indriyas intact with me, I'm aware of things around me and I'm knowledgeable about it. Knowledge is awareness. When we say, I understood a thing, means what? I became aware of that thing. It could be an absolutely abstract theory of relativity, or it could be just a plain glass of water on the table. Both I am aware of, so I'm knowledgeable of, in which I, the one who knows, knowledgeable about a thing that I am aware of, and the process of knowing through the help of, with the help of indriyas. It's all well known to me. Now just suppose one of these are absent. I am absent. The glass of water is still there. Who will be aware of it? There's nobody aware of it. There has to be a person to be aware of that. Then the knowledge will happen. So there has to be a abhimani. There has to be a abhimani of a particular thing. The knower has to be there. Otherwise, what is the point in having knowledge? Now imagine there is knowledge, but there is no knower. Virtually impossible. Knower is there, object is there, but indriya is not there. There is no knowledge. I'm deep sleep. I'm in deep sleep. I'm sleeping. No knowledge. Because vyavahar is not happening. The object, the subject, the transfer of information, perception is not happening. That means if the triad of subject, object, and contact, sangasteshu upajayate, contact between the object and the subject leads to uddipana, enlightenment, awareness, knowledge. Not difficult to understand at all, because every day we are doing the same thing. Even the Brahma Sutra. Somebody is speaking, because of my ears, I'm able to hear, and because of my mind, I'm able to decipher it, and I become aware of some knowledge being spoken about Brahma. That's the process. So this happens with me as an embodied person, Dehadhari, is known to everyone. Pradeep ji has the same knowledge as me, in the same process of knowledge as me, and everyone in Meenakshi, anybody. Now all of a sudden, the so-called respected Veda is coming and telling me, no, 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 no. You are not you, you are that. Thou art that tattvam asi, tattvam asi, tat. And what is that tat? Tat has no indriya. Tat has no interest in knowing. Yet Tat knows everything. That's confusing. Hold on. You are telling me that there is something which has no indriya. It has no interest in knowing anything. It has no object in front of it because it is the only thing existing in the world. When one thing exists, there is no subject and object. I can understand that it is not interested in knowing anything. All right. But when I say it is not interested in knowing anything, I am already presuming that tat and knowable is different. But you say everything is one. If everything is one, what will he know of? To know something, that thing has to be different or away from me. If everything is me, where is the question of knowledge? Think. Knowledge of what? Whatever I should be knowledgeable of should be separate from me. If I'm the only one existing, there's no question of knowledge. And yet you tell me, no, he's full of knowledge. Knowledge of what? When there is nothing to know, you're knowledgeable of what? Even in the darkness, when you say, I don't know anything, you at least know what there is a darkness. There is no light, there is darkness. This is also knowledge. But when you are the only one existing in the entire thing, entirety, what would you know of? And then to say that, no, he's ever knowledgeful. How do you reconcile that? And you don't stop at that. You are telling me, the one who knows the knowledge through indriyas as a knower, pramata, you are telling me that you are that? Sir, it is confirmed that I am so and so. I have my friends and these objects, and how can the car that I am driving, that car and me, they are one? Ridiculous. Absolutely laughable. I just saw the ant crawling there. How you are telling me that I am the ant? And the whole Veda is exhorting from the rooftop, Tattvamashveta keto, Tattvamasi. Thou art that. Gishavasyam idam sarvam. The ant is also God, I am also God, the car is also God, the air is also God. Sounds so ridiculous, so difficult to accept. Because you are violating the basic law. The basic law is to be aware or knowledgeable, you must have a body, you must have an indriya, and you must have an object. And that thou art that which you call by the name Brahma or Sat has neither the body nor the indriya, and it has no object because it is the only subject. And even not even subject, because subject is a relative thing when object is present. Object itself is not present. How can he be even called as a subject? That which is not a subject knows everything. Impossible. The statement is ridiculous. If I make a statement that it is a dimensionless existence, it's an oxymoron. How can existence be dimensionless? No, he exists, but he has no dimension. Aparimita. He cannot be measured, maybe because the measurements are falling short. But you are not saying that he cannot be measured. He has no measurements. Dimensionless existence. He is always aware. Aware of what? He is always knowledgeable. Knowledgeable of what? Choiceless awareness. What kind of awareness is this? Aware of not a specific thing, but aware. Our problem is, moment we say I am aware, immediately we ask of what? Moment we say knowledgeable, of what? And for him, they say he is knowledge, full stop. Not even knowledgeable. He is knowledge. He is awareness. He's aware of, no. He's awareness. This essence, awareness, essence. Can there be a thing like this? Can there be a thing which is awareness without choice, existence without dimension, bodiless existence, objectless knowledge or objectless awareness? And the most important part, all I'm doing in my life is I eat, I drink, I have sexual inclination, I have this, I have that, all this for happiness. So my equation is very clear. For happiness, I need to have an object, need to have an indriya, and then I will enjoy the happiness. Now, without any object, without any means or medium of indriya, he is happy always. Not only happy, his happiness is called bliss, anandam. I am sitting. I am not anandi if I am sitting. I am eating, I am happy. I am doing some action, I am happy. Just by mere presence, I am happy, or happiness and bliss is my presence itself. Very difficult to understand. Doing nothing, not existing in body, not having indriyas. Even this much I can still understand. Let's say, presume out of whatever understanding we have, okay, fine, Tattvamasi, there must be a Brahma like that. The difficult part is, it seems that Brahma is residing in me and residing in everybody, and in fact, there is nothing without Brahma. He is ever blissful. And if I am the part of he or it, Brahma, why am I hankering for the happiness then? I should be also equally blissful. Because Tattvamasi, I am same as Brahma. Yeah, I am same as Brahma. Why am I acting then? Because he doesn't act. Why am I unhappy? He is always happy. Why am I existing in the body? He doesn't exist in the body. He has dimensionless existence. Why am I having the dimensions then? 5 feet 4 inch. Everything is opposite of him. And yet you say, no, you are the same. Jivo Brahma na paraha. All right, sir, Sanskrit is fine. First of all, I don't feel it. So all your philosophy doesn't work for me because I know. I yesterday signed the certificate as Dr. Jadhav. How can you say that I am Brahma? Two apparently irreconcilable entities are being told as one. That is why, sir, when the yogi sits into meditation, after purifying his heart or doing the chitta shuddhi and having paravairagya, not interested into any indriya gochar sukha, he has completely withdrawn himself from the world and has now sat in meditation. And as he sits in meditation, he comes across an experience where he becomes more and more knowledgeable. Now he is able to know what is happening on the galaxy. See how much knowledge he is expanding. He further expands the knowledge and he comes to know how the creation has happened, how the destruction is going to happen. He comes to know all the past and the future of everyone, every jiva. He becomes sarvajna. That's it. What more knowledge you require? Yogi becomes a sarvajna, omniscient and omnipotent. Yeah, and that is because you know why? The yogi has a body, has an indriya called buddhi and mana and antakarana, which he develops. This is called knowledge, sir. This is how the knowledge is expanded and you become sarvajna. You're talking of Brahma, which doesn't have any organ. How will he be knowledgeable? The Brahma doesn't have a buddhi. Brahma doesn't have buddhi. And it is clear proof that a yogi, sheerly because of his buddhi, goes and becomes sarvajna. So the Sankhya says, knowledge is not an attribute of Brahman. Knowledge is an attribute of Prakriti. Buddhi is part of Prakriti. Triguna. Knowledge is Sattva Guna, sir. And Sattva Guna is Prakriti. That means Prakriti has the knowledge, not the Brahma. Brahma cannot have knowledge. He doesn't have any organ. He doesn't have buddhi. This is the Purva Paksha of Sankhya saying that, please sir, listen to me. Pradhana or Prakriti is the origin, is the cause of the universe, not the Brahma. Because Brahma doesn't have knowledge. Second thing is Brahma is not interested in anything. You only said that Brahma is not interested and there is bhoga and moksha happening in this world. Brahma is neither interested in bhoga nor interested in moksha. Why would he be the part of the creation then? It is a Prakriti which is interested in. For the sake of Purusha as a bhoga, Prakriti is creating this universe. Purusha will not create universe. Prakriti is creating the universe. The bhoga and moksha, yes, that is for the Purusha. Because it is Chetana. The Siddhanta Paksha Shankaracharya says, hold on. Your basic mistake is you are presuming, being the supporter of Prakriti or Triguna or the body, you are presuming that knowledge is not possible without Indriya. Knowledge is not possible unless there is a subject, object, and the communication between subject, object. Our objection to your objection is, this is not the only way of getting knowledge. You only know the mirror. And you know the operations of the mirror. What is the operation of the mirror? Light falls on the mirror, mirror reflects the light, and in the reflected light, so many things are seen. So, the knowledge of so many things on the wall is because of the mirror. That is what you are saying. And then you are telling me that unless you have a mirror, sir, you will not have knowledge. Unless you have a mirror, you will not have light. But the very fact that the mirror got the light from the sun is what you are forgetting. But the Purva Paksha says, all right, we know the sun is giving the light and mirror is using the light. But the knowledge of the wall is to the mirror. Sun is not having the knowledge. And if the mirrors are all gone, the sun continues to give light. For what? There is no purpose. Moment the mirror is removed, the wall is not lightened anymore, knowledge is not there anymore. So the Siddhanta Paksha says, for knowledge to be acquired, Sharirika, the one who is in the body, requires all that what you said. I agree with you. Sankhya people, I agree with you. Only problem is, your philosophy is tenable only when upadhi is there. Only when we are sharirika. Within the world, you are the master. You are all trigunas and prakruti, perfect, fantastic, beautiful, excellently elucidated, sir. But within the creation, outside the creation, the process of knowledge is not this. In your kingdom, maybe people are eating with left hand. Yes, in your kingdom, it's a rule. But outside the kingdom, there are people who eat with the right hand also, sir. Similarly, within the universe, everything what you say is agreed. Without the universe, the rules change. How they can change? Sir, you take your own example of science. Mr. Newton came and blasted everybody with the law of physics, fundamental 3 rules, etc., etc. Perfectly fine. They were actually workable. The machines worked on that. Everything was workable. Till the time one man with the disheveled hair came, Mr. Einstein, and he said, sorry, this is all wrong, because his rules are fine in this gravity world, fine. But when you're talking of big objects or very ultra fine objects, submicroscopic objects, Newton's law doesn't work. In that world, it doesn't work. Before he could have barely taken the breath, during his lifetime itself, the quantum physics came and said that Einstein, whatever he told, it really doesn't work. When the particle is at a phenomenal speed, which is more than the speed of light, nothing what Einstein said works. There the law of quantum physics works. So your knowledge, sir, what you're talking is applicable to a certain limitation, which you call as universe. Outside the universe, oh, but then there could be another universe having another rule, and then there is a third universe having third rule. Maybe. We are not talking about universes at all. We are talking about that which is essence of all universes. And what is universe after all? What is creation? What is universe after all? Nothing else but experience. Lokaha. There is no creation. Mind creates. Just take away the mind. Where is the creation? There is no creation. The creation that you say is there is nothing else but because of presence of vritti. My vritti of deha tadatma is strong. That is why I feel I have a body. Moment that vritti goes away, my tadatma will go away. Then I will have the body, but I will not feel that I have a body. That happens with yogis. Why? Their vritti is somewhere else, not on the body. Even every day, when vritti is on the body, we are jagruta. When vritti is on the mind and manomaya, we are in dream world. And when there is no vritti and no mana, vritti, mana, both are not there. Why? Because the abhimani of vritti and mana is not there. You are in deep sleep. What happens in deep sleep? Nothing is existing. Where is the creation? It's not there. Nothing is there. We cannot even answer what is there in deep sleep. Nothing is also not the word. So that means you become knowledgeable. That means you go into deep sleep. No, there is something beyond deep sleep also. How? When I was not knowing anything for 6-7 hours in deep sleep, on waking up, I say I was sleeping and very nice sleep I had. Who experienced the sleep? That which is abhimani of sushupti, that which witnessed this deep sleep. Oh, that means the witness of deep sleep, witness of dream, and witness of jagrut avastha, these three are different. No. They are the same one. They don a new hat when you change the avastha. Vishwa, Tejas, etc. names are given. We are not into it now at the moment. So now I am telling Sankhya people the way of Brahma being knowledgeable is it does not require a jnana sadhana. No indriya is required. No mana is required. Brahmano jnana swarupa nityatve jnana sadhana apeksha na upapatte. This is what Siddhanta Pakshi is telling. Jnana being sahaja swarupa of Brahma, it does not need a jnana sadhana such as sharira, indriya, na tasya karyam karanam cha vidyate, na tatsamaha cha abhi adhikascha drushyate. It has no karya, no karana. Karana means indriya. No karya, no karana. There is no one similar to him and no greater than him. Why? Shruti says, Apanipado javano grahita pashat chakshuhasa shrunotya karnaha. Without the hands and without the feet, he grabs and he walks. He walks without the feet. He grabs without the hand. He sees without the eye. He listens or hears without the ears. Savetti vedyam na cha tasya asti vettatam ahuhu. Savetti vedyam. Whatever is knowable, it knows. But na cha tasya asti vetta. No one knows him. He knows everything, but no one can know him because understanding him is not knowing him. Moment we leave Brahma as the soul-filling, fulfilling entity, then knowledge comes. Part and parcel of Chaitanya when it becomes Chaitana. Part and parcel of the sun when it becomes a sun ray. Then the reflection in the light happens. Then something is seen on the wall. Part and parcel of the Chaitanya when it becomes Chaitana in a small restricted body like mine called Upadhi and uses the Buddhi, then Jnana happens, which we call know knowledge. To know is knowledge. But when Chaitanya is in its Chaitanya form itself, it knows everything because of its Chaitana into the whole thing. But that Chaitana, the sun ray, cannot understand the sun in the form of sun ray. Sun has given the sun ray which fell on the mirror and something was illuminated. Agreed. Now the sun ray decided to know what is my source. So he is looking for another sun ray. No, sun is not sun ray. It is bunch of sun rays. So if I am the Jiva and I want to know the Brahman, if I try to see Brahman as another Jiva, I will never get it. Because he is sum total of all the Jivas. That means I must increase my understanding to know all the Jivas. Then knowing all the Jivas further and further, the knowledge and knowing will drop off. When sun ray shades its sun ray nest, he knows sun. He becomes sun. He doesn't know sun. He becomes sun. Brahmavid, Brahma eva bhavati. Before you could say, I know Brahma, right there, this sentence evaporates because you are Brahma. Suppose a drop of water tries to go closer to the sun. He will keep saying, I am drop of water, I am drop of water, I am drop of water, and the drop of water is gone, evaporate. The river is river, Ganga is going. It comes down, in Haridwar it is Ganga, in Uttar Pradesh it is Ganga, in Bihar it is Ganga, and it meets the ocean. Where is Ganga? Gone. Does Ganga saw the ocean? Understood the ocean? Can Ganga understand the ocean by being in ocean and being separate? You cannot, you're ocean. Ganga is gone. Ganga ends here, we say. Ganga ends here. That is why Savetti Vedyam Nachatasya Asti Vettatam Ahu Agrayam Purusham Mahantam. It catches without hands, it walks specially without foot, it hears without ears, it sees without eyes, it cognizes all that is cognizable, none can cognize it. Brahmavitta calls it Anadi Vibhu. The great saintly persons like Maharaj Kabir, who have actually digested Brahma Sutra to the core, being Brahma themselves, have an ability to put all this complicated philosophy in simple words. And what does Kabir Maharaj says? He says, Hum panchi pardesi baba, ani desara nahi. I am Brahma, pardesi panchi. I am Brahma. I am not from this land, from this creation. Hum panchi pardesi baba, ani desara nahi. Ani desara log acheta. They are without consciousness. They are all upadhis. Ani desara log acheta, pal pal par pachatai. They are constantly in sorrow. Because in my land, Kabir Maharaj says, how is it? Mukha bina gana, pag bina chalana, bina pankh ud jai, bina surat ki, बिना मुंह की सूरत हमारी अनहद में रम जाई, संतो ani desara nahi. This is precisely the translation of Upanishad, which we just now saw. Apani pado, javano grahito. I never get into the action, knowledge, etc. in the creation. I'm not into creation. The creation exists because of me, all right, but I'm not into creation. Why? I'm constantly in permanent blissful state. आठों पहर अडिग रहे आसन, कभी न उतरे शाही. मन पवना दोनों नहीं पहुंचे, हम उस देश के माही, भाई संतो अनि देसरा नाही. But in spite of explaining this much, Sankhya is still not stopping the argument. The new argument is संसारिणः शरीरात् अपेक्षा ज्ञानोत्पत्तिः न ईश्वरस्य इति. You cannot have non-intellectual apprehension. Can you? Non-intellectual apprehension, can you? And suppose you say that the knowledge that we have as a jiva here is not same as knowledge. He doesn't require any organ to know, or he knows by itself. He doesn't require any body. Agreed. You are trying to tell me that me as a jiva, my ways of getting knowledge is different, and knowledge of Brahma is different. Fine, he doesn't have organs. He can, without doing anything, he can know everything. All right, agreed. How on the top of it you can say that you and he are same? I am diametrically opposite to Brahma. I need organs of perception, I need indriya, I need buddhi, I need a body, I need an object, then I have a knowledge. Nothing of this is required for him. How we both can be Tat Tomasi, Jivo Brahmayana Paraha? How it can be? It is not possible. Siddhanta Paksha says, Acharya says, Na Ishwarat Anyaha Samsari Satyam. He says the reason is Ghata Kataka Giri Guhat Upadi Sambandham Eva Vyomna. Vyoma means Akasha, space. The world is full of space. But some space is in the cave, some is in the kamandalu of the sadhu, Giri Guhat, Ghata in the pot. Space is in the pot, space is in the cave, space is in the kamandalu, but space is one. Tadvat. Chaitanya in me, Chaitanya in that animal, Chaitanya in this. But Chaitanya is Eka Sandha, Eka Rasa. Then why is it appearing separate? Because it is concealed, avrutta by the upadhi. Ghatam took the air, so it became Ghatakasha. Guhaha took the space, so it becomes Guhakasha. Katak, Kamandalu is called Katak. Katak took the space, so it is called Katakasha. Jalakasha. Akasha. Akash is the largest receptacle. Akash is also a pot, but a very large pot. Asamantat kashayati iti akashaha. Asamantat kashayati. It's a big, very large pot of Lord. And the pot can increase. Just casually, Balakrishna opened his mouth, and what was seen inside? Mahan Akash. But essentially, all spaces are same. In the similar manner, Dehadi Upadi Sambandham. See, a person gets possessed by ghost. What do we say? Oh, that man is not that man. He's possessed by the ghost. So he is not talking. Ghost is talking. Then what about that man? He just a medium. He's using his hands, his speech, his brain, everything. But actually he's not he. He's possessed by the ghost. In this case, ghost is the reality, and the medium or the body to which the ghost has possessed is upadhi. Similarly, we are all possessed by God. It is his possession. And the body is only the medium. Upadhi kruta padanyasa. But would Lord be stealing something and doing atrocities and beating others and cheating and fraud and whatnot? Would God do that? Because of the upadhi and its karma residue, one pot decided to use the space inside to store the poison. Another pot decided to fill it with amruta. Third pot decided I will have only water into it. Fourth one had muddy water into it. What is the difference? The difference is in the pot, not in the space. The space is same. Space is utilized by the pot. Who is the utilizer of the space? Pot. Who stored the poison? Pot. How can you prove it? Okay, throw the poison. The space has no objection. And put the amruta. Even there the space says that for me amruta and poison is same because I am space. You fill me with anything you want. And what will you fill with depends upon what type of pot you are. But why you are a poison pot? Because I have been storing poison always. Why is an amruta pot? Because he's always storing amruta. What will happen because of storing amruta? The one who stores amruta in the pot will get elevated, and one day will realize that there is no point in storing anything. He will break away the pot. And the one who is storing the poison, he will continue to store more and more poison. The darkest and deepest poison will keep coming into it. How do I start storing the amruta? Start throwing little bit of poison outside and start taking little bit of amruta inside. Initially, it will be amruta mixed with the poison, poison mixed with the amruta. But as the pot will keep changing the content, for which the pot has to continue, the pot is linga sharira. Keep taking the pot again and again. Keep changing the content of the pot in the space again and again, so that the content of the pot is so pure like amruta that you feel there is no point having the pot, and you will break the pot. When you break the pot, you cannot store anything. When you cannot store anything, you are out of this storing business called universe. So when Ishvara gets into Jiva Dasha, then the ikshana is done through Sharira. When Brahma is there, Shariram is not required. Ishvara, because it is in the Maya, in the creation, Shariram apeksha sadhana. Jnana sadhanat Shariram apeksha is must. That's why we become knowledgeable only through Indriyas. Why? Sharir sadhanat apeksha. embodied person, Dehadhari, cannot have knowledge without Indriya. Even if he's the highest yogi, he will have to use it because he's the Dehadhari. He hasn't left the body as yet. Otherwise, Gurudeva could have closed his eyes and said that, oh, the one who is sitting in the corner. No, he looked at him and said, oh, somebody. Why? He used the Indriya. Why? Dehadhari. Dehadhari avastha presumes the presence of Indriya to get the knowledge. But same Gurudeva, when he was into meditative aspect, he had already dropped his body. That time you don't require Indriya. You see the commentary on Bhagavad Gita or any other scripture when Gurudeva gives, many times we feel that understood. They are same words. Perhaps I can also use the same words, but it doesn't get that weight behind it. Why? When he rolls his eyes upwards and is speaking, the connect is there somewhere else. From that angle, when you speak, you are almost disembodied. And then you are speaking about it. So the words, they come like nectar. We feel Gurudeva is teaching us. He is in a different phase. From complete body consciousness to zero body consciousness, there is a continuous vacillation. And there is a spectrum there. That's why you see sometimes Gurudeva's commentary, it's all best. But best amongst the best also comes out. Depends on how much disembodiment has happened. Now the Sankhyas are getting defeated. They are almost on their knees. But they are not dead as yet. They are intelligent people, Sankhya. They are rishis. They are not of a common intelligence. Sankhya further proposes another objection. They say, sir, we have a habit of saying certain things. We say something, you don't always mean it. Oh, Shivaji Maharaj was a tiger. We say that. But he's not a tiger. He doesn't have claws and he's not a body of tiger. He is like a tiger. In what? There is some similarity, courage. Yes. But our style of saying is upma, utpreksha, metaphor. We have this alankar. What is alankar? Alankarika bhasha. We say that, oh, Shivaji was a tiger. King Shivaji, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj was a tiger. What it means is, the tiger had enormous courage. Shivaji Maharaj also had enormous courage. So every time what you say, you don't mean it in the literal sense. It's not mukhya vritti, it is gauni vritti. That brings us to the discussion on mukhya vritti and gauni vritti. Mukhya vritti means essentially meant for him. If I say, point towards Pradeep ji and say, he is Pradeep ji, mukhya vritti, he is Pradeep ji. If I point my finger to Jairam ji and say, he's like Pradeep ji, oh, here comes another Pradeep ji. So he's not Pradeep ji, but there is some similarity between Jairam ji and Pradeep ji. So I said that is called Gauni Vritti. Why Sankhya's are bringing this Mukhya Vritti and Gauni Vritti in the picture? Because now they want to tell that Ikshana was done by Brahma was said by Gauni Vritti, not by Mukhya Vritti. Mukhya Vritti is for Pradhan or Prakriti. When I do certain things and people say that, because of, sir, this happened in my office, I always say, no, I didn't do it. It was by you. I point towards the team and I say, you did it. What I'm trying to say? Although I have done it, Mukhya Vritti is me. By Gauni Vritti, I am taking it in the sense that I am giving the credit to somebody else. Similarly, Prakriti has created the whole universe, but because Purusha is Chaitanya, it is said that he did the ikshan. Actually, ikshan is done by Prakriti only. By Gauni Vritti, we are saying that. So that is why, is it not that we say Kulam Pipatishati? Kulam Pipatishati means the bank of the river is falling. When there is a flood, the bank of the river falls. Now, bank of the river is a Chetan or a Chetan? It's a Chetan. River at least is flowing. Because of the flowing and flooding river, the bank is collapsing. But how do we say? We say Kulam Pipatishati, the bank is falling. So the manner of saying is like this. Though the bank is Achetana, it is said that it is falling. Similarly, in the Veda, Brahma did the Ikshana. Tad Aikshata, what is saying? Tad Aikshata is pointed towards Brahma by Gauni Vritti. Because he's a senior, because he's big, it is a way of saying. It is not true. Another thing, you see, whenever we speak, we always speak in certain manner, indicating some regular occurrence. Example is, Snanam bhuktva cha aparanne gramam rathena gamishyami. Snanam bhuktva, after taking bath and eating, aparanne, in the afternoon, gramam rathena, by the help of the chariot, I am going to go to the village. What is the taking bath, eating in the afternoon, then I will go? I am trying to tell a niyama. Niyama means first this will happen, then this will happen, then this will happen. This is called a niyamena pravartate. So similar manner, Prakriti niyamena pravartate. In what sense? First Prakriti will be there, Samyavastha, then Prakriti will be Guna, Asamyavastha. Asamyavastha lead to upper and up and low of the gunas, and then there will be Mahat Tattva form, then Mahat Tattva again will create a Vikara. It's like by rule it will go. You don't require any regulatory apparatus for this. Put water at the higher end, it will flow towards the lower end. You don't require anybody to do any act. By niyam itself, by gravity, we will always come down. Who is keeping the watch on the ground? Nobody, because gravity, by rule, you come down. Similarly, by rule, the world is created. You don't have to have a creator. That is why Sankhya say there is no Ishvara. Why do you need Ishvara? X, Y, Z does a karma, he gets the phalam of the karma, that phalam leads to another karma leads to another phalam, then again you will come. If you don't do karma, then you will not get phalam. If you don't do karma, then you will be out of this karma. It is all by rule. Why you want to bring in again Ishvara for that? Oh, who is doing the karma? What should be the phalam? It is by rule. If the income goes beyond so such a limit, you will be paying 10% income tax. Once the rule is laid down, you don't need anything. You see your income, whether it is exceeding, pay income tax, not exceeding, don't pay. Why do you need a third person in this? Similarly, creation is going just by a rule, and the rule is already known to us. The rule is rule of karma. When the rule of karma is already there, whether the Ishvara is there or not, karma will keep working on its own. No? Why do you require an Ishvara for that? So that means, again, Sankhya coming, lying on the ground, but still saying that because of this rule and because of this Gauni Vritti, it is clear that the creation is because of Prakriti. Brahma or the Purusha does nothing in it. So again, stand my point as the creator of everything is Prakriti or Pradhana and not the Purusha or Brahma, and my stand is correct. Again, the Acharya has to come, and he cannot just strike down the opponents, he has to again go back to Vedas to give the proof, because they gave the proof from the Vedas. So Sankhya, since they resorted to Vedas, again Acharya has to go probe inside the Upanishads, find out the supporting statement, and refute the stand taken by the Sankhyas. What are these Gauna Shabda stand that is taken by Acharya? How he overcomes the last trace of the objection taken by Sankhya is going to be the subject of the next session. Hari Om. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
Hari Om. Are there any questions?
Hari Om, Sanjay Ji.
Hari.
First of all, we are so blessed to hear such knowledge really in the morning, and we won't get this by sheer reading of any books or research or whatever it is. So it's coming from your voice and mouth is great. And in fact, you have put us, I mean, so many questions are coming up. In fact, it is going round and round in a vicious circle with so many factors coming into, and it's like a centrifugal force. Sometimes it's coming out of the circle, then again coming back to the circle thing. Now, what you have, it is mentioned in the Sankhya that knowledge is not possible without indriyas. Now, without indriyas, knowledge is not possible. So the knowledge is residing in where? That is one question I have. Because if you are shutting off all the indriyas, where is the existence? Then how you express the knowledge or how you experience the knowledge? Then the second question is, you have mentioned prakriti niyamena pravartade. Agree that there are so many rules. You have kept gravity or whatever it is, all those forces and everything is put as per prakriti niyama. But who has created this rule? There will be somebody who must have created the rule, no? It won't just come in, just sit like gravity or Albert Einstein or the law of Newton. Sorry, Newton says, okay, apple fell. It's a gravity. But somebody must have created that rule, no? That must be Ishvara, no?
Yes.
These are the two main questions now running in my mind.
The first one is, where does the knowledge reside? Jnana, what we call knowledge, is divided into two important things. One is, knowledge is awareness of something. Irrespective of whichever knowledge we are talking about. When you are talking about obtaining knowledge, praptavyam, obtaining knowledge means you are deficient in knowledge. Why would you try for getting a knowledge unless you are not aware of it? That which is not known becomes knowledgeable. So naturally, in our place, there are so many things we are not aware of. We are not aware of mathematics, geometry. So we go to school, we get knowledge. Then we engineering, we get knowledge. What we are doing is that which is not known, we are trying to make it known. And the process gives us awareness of that thing or the knowledge of that thing. This entire process of knowing is happening through the indriyas, and the place where this ultimate arousal of this knowledge or awareness happens is buddhi. So entire knowledge of ours is antakarana kruta. That means with the help of buddhi, taking the assistance of indriyas, we become knowledgeable. The question is, buddhi itself is nothing else but krudhikarana or shortening of something too big. Sun and sun ray. Now sun ray is what? Light only. But what is the problem between sun ray and sun? Sun ray is a part and parcel, minuscule part and parcel of the sun. Now in that sun ray, certain things will be seen, but they will be limited because it is a sun ray. So buddhi will definitely give the knowledge. Howsoever sharp the sun ray, bright the sun ray, it is not interfered by the cloud. Even then, it has a limitation of what it can show. What is that Ishwara's buddhi will tell you? Suppose we are a yogi at the level of Ishwar Koti. Then what will happen? His knowledge will be far, 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 far superior than us. He will come to know about all the past creation, future creation, everything. But still, it is part and parcel because it is through the antakarana. When this boundary of knowing through antakarana is broken, in other words, when that light which has entered into the tunnel, into a tube, this tube is thrown away, then what will you see? The original source of light. At that point of time, the definition of knowledge itself will change. Also, the process of knowledge will change. What is the current process? There has to be an object, indriya, mind, knowledge. This entire thing is completely washed away. Now, what is the situation? No object. Why? You are the only subject or only one. No object, no subject. Then knowledge of is gone. What remains? Only knowledge. Swasamvedya. Do you really need to go outside somewhere to see where is Mr. Dilip? No. You know, I am Dilip. But how do you know, sir? Show me where you are. No, I am Dilip. But how do you know you are Dilip? I am Dilip. You don't require any object or anything to counter-certify that you are the Dilip because you are the Dilip. Similarly, you become the knowledge. That's the first part. Second part is when the rules are already put in the place. You have robotic warehouses. All right. Let's say there is a robotic warehouse. Now, just look at the robo. He works on its own because he has a battery, and suppose perpetually the energy is given to him. It will keep on working. Now, why do you require to really go and see whether the robo is working normally or not? A perpetually working energy battery is given to the robo. It will keep on working till what? Till the energy is there. And you have already given him perpetual energy. Now you don't require the man who invented robo to be there. That is why what Sankhya say, yes, because of Purusha, Prakriti has come into the picture. But then why again you require somebody else to see that that machine is working smoothly? Machine is made by Purusha, agreed, okay. Now the machine is made, it will work on its own. Why you are getting third person again in between? Maya, yantra rudhani mayaya. What does the Lord Krishna says? This machine, yantra, I have started and I've given it, I've put it on. It is working on its own. So Jain philosophy and Sankhya, they say that, sir, don't bring that third person unnecessarily. Even if you don't bring it, it is going to work because already the calculations, everything is fed inside. It is a ever perpetually working computer. What is your problem? Why do you require again an operator for the computer? It is a waste of money and post. That is why they say Ishvara is not required. Of course, there is a counter to that. But even the objection taken by Sankhya's is not bad. What they say, when the machine is working on its own, you do karma, you get phalam, phalam did this, again karma, again phalam, don't do karma, you're out. When the water is flowing of Ganga from mountain Himalaya to down the line, why do you require somebody to push the water again? It will go on its own. You don't require a third person to push that water. This is the hypothesis of Sankhya. That is going to come later on. What is the role of Ishvara then? Why Ishvara has to be then taken in? There has to be also substantial reason for it. Why alone on the rules of the niyama, niyamena pravartate will not happen? There is a reason for it. But the objection is not wrong. Objection is absolutely logical and valid. Hari Om.
Hari Om. Many questions are still, I will take it up later. Thank you. Hari Om.
Yo. Any more questions?
There is one question that was asked in relation to this, that one part of the Brahma is on which the world is resting. Because universe is, of course, the world is, of course, Sant. Ishvara is the Niyamak Tattva in this world. So when the world is over, Ishvara is also over. Then how is it Ishvara called Saguna Brahma? The answer to that is, if creation is supposed, then the creator is supposed. And since the creation has to be alive and kicking, that means it has to have Chaitana into it of the Chaitanya, Chetanadhipati also has to be there. So it's a game. Maya is a game. It's an illusion. It's a magical game. If the magical game is happening, then magician has to be there. So because a magician has to have the power of managing the entire magical show, he has all the attributes ever present in Brahma for the sake of magical play. So Brahma and Ishvara, they are absolutely one and the same. Only thing is, Brahma, when it takes the overcoat of Maya, he is called Ishvara. When Maya is dissolving, the coat is thrown away simultaneously. What remains inside the coat? It is Brahma only. So Brahma, part of which, when it takes the vesture or the overcoat of Maya, it becomes Ishvara. Then the overcoat of this Saguna Ishvara and the Maya, they play the entire magical game. At the end, Maya has no place, so the coat is thrown away. The person inside, being the part and parcel of Brahma, becomes one with the Brahma. And that is how Saguna Ishvara then becomes Nirguna Ishvara. Because its Saguna-ness is gone. Why? Gunas are not existing. How he can be Saguna? Creation is gone means gunas are gone. Saguna is gone. Then where will he go? He was anyway Nirguna Brahma. So he'll become Nirguna Brahma. Space came inside the pot, so it became a pot space. But the pot is broken. Where will the space go? In the Mahakash. Similarly, Saguna Brahma, where will he go? He'll become Nirguna Brahma. Hari Om.